Welcome everybody to touring the AfC South. Of course, I'm your host, Mike Patton, and of course, the first week of preseason is in the books. All four teams in the AfC South got action in, and of course, some of it was good, and other parts of it was, hmm. But of course, the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts were who we're gonna focus on tonight, or I should say, I'm sorry, the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars are who we're going to focus on tonight. And of course, I'm not doing this by myself. I've got another guest in tonight. He's up and coming in the sports talk world, a journalist as well, Mr. Skeeter Smith. What's going on, man?
Hey, I'm happy to be here.
Man, happy to have you. Happy to have you. Now, of course, we get in here and we keep it real, talk about the players. We get a little technical, things like that. But yeah, man, we'll get into it first, of course, with the logo that you're wearing tonight, the Tennessee Titans.
Got a rep.
Now, we saw them dominate the Falcons in the preseason in Atlanta. What caught your eye?
Yeah, definitely the defense, right? If you go back to last season, giving up about 100 points a game, if you're a Titans fan, you come into this season like, man, what is this defense about to do? And I think, even if it's preseason week one, the fact that we held a team to 3 points is like, that's an encouraging sign right there. That's good. The pressure, I think we got like 4 or 5 sacks on the quarterbacks, which is really good. Getting to see Rashawn Weaver, our 4th-round pick, do some work, getting pressure. That's a good sign, especially when our best pass rushers weren't even in the game. We talk about Jeffrey Simmons, Bud Dupree, Harold Landry, and those guys weren't even playing, and still be able to produce and get good pressure. I think that's a great sign for the Titans.
Gotcha. Now, I know that, of course, they were playing the Falcons backups and AJ McCarron and Felipe Franks, who are some SEC All Stars, basically. Considering who they were playing and the Falcons didn't have all their guys there. Are you still at a level of excitement that you would be if everybody was there and playing and you got that type of production?
Yeah, I don't think you should go buy your Super Bowl tickets yet, but I think it's a good sign, right? They've been working through fall camp, and to see some of the stuff out on the field, of course you should be happy about it. First of all, you should be happy that football is back, that you get to see it. But yeah, it's a good sign, especially coming back from what we saw last year. The first thing to see this year is pressure, sacks, good defense. I think you should have a little bit of excitement about that.
Gotcha. Well, let's see. Well, anyone in particular impress you in the game Friday night?
Yeah, I already talked about it a little bit, but Rashad Weaver, man, he looked really good out there. I know he's a project guy. He probably won't get a lot of snaps in the regular season starting now, but I think as a rookie getting 2 sacks in your preseason debut, that's a great sign. Definitely after the failed project of Jadeveon Clowney and Vic Beasley, seeing somebody that wear the number 99 get a sack is a great sign.
Now, we'll say this, 2 things that Jadeveon Clowney and Vic Beasley Jr. had in common. You know what that is?
0 sacks.
Yeah, that and donuts, man.
Yeah.
Zeros make good donuts, too.
Exactly.
Yeah. But one thing I would say, one other person I did notice in this game, Logan Woodside. It seems like, every year he comes in, he does what he has to do. People think he isn't good enough. Then they bring in this player. Of course, they brought in Kaiser this year. He gets cut. Now they bring in Matt Barkley. Yeah. And I'm like, but Logan Woodside, to his credit, he just goes out there and he does his thing. So are you confident that if Ryan Tannehill was to go down, that Logan Woodside could carry the Tennessee Titans offense?
Yeah, I wouldn't say the word is carry. I don't think there's any backup in the league that you're expecting to come carry the team. But do I think he can come in and be effective? Yeah, and I think that's what the Titans offense is predicated on, making easy reads, getting the ball to the receivers. It's not like we're not asking Ryan Tannehill to be Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. We're going to feed the beast that we got in the backfield, and then we're going to play action pass. And I do think Logan Woodside could do that. All you got to do when you're in that situation where you got A.J. Brown and Julio Jones on the outside is don't turn the ball over. And that's what Ryan Tannehill has been effective at. And from what I saw in the last game and what we've seen from Logan Woodside in the past, I think he can do that.
Got you. Got you. Now, you know, I'll say this: Logan Woodside is great, but if you had one quarterback that you could get to be the backup, that's either available via trade, or that you could trade for, or that you could get in free agency, would you make that move to replace Logan Woodside?
If you can get a backup quarterback for a cheap price on a trade, I'll do that. But I don't think we should give up any draft picks to go get somebody. And then you look at the free agency. I know that RG3 is a free agent. You got Alex Smith out there. I mean, you look at if you're the coaching staff, you got to look at that and be like, are these guys better than Logan Woodside? Like, yeah, they're proven vets, but RG3 can't really stay healthy. Alex Smith coming off of that huge injuries. Like, do we think they can fit our offense better than Logan Woodside? And right now, we haven't even looked at those guys. So I think they feel confident with Logan Woodside, and if they feel confident, then I'll put faith in the coaching staff as well.
Even if they were to try to get Nick Foles to come down here?
Nah, I don't think. Nah, not Nick Foles.
He says he's not in the green uniform, so it won't work, right?
Yeah, exactly. It looked like a one-hit wonder kind of thing.
Yeah. I understand. So we're going to talk about a little bit more about the Titans after this, but we have to jump on the team in Florida. No, I'm not talking about the Miami Dolphins. No, I'm not talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm talking about those AFC South representing Jacksonville Jaguars. What's that?
Duval.
Yeah, they definitely were definitely excited this week. Of course, the preseason opener for the Jaguars. What did you get a chance to see any of that, and what did you think?
Yeah, so I did actually get to see. Obviously, it's the first pick of the draft, Trevor Lawrence's game, and so you want to peep and see what the guys do. And I mean, honestly, if you're a Jacksonville fan, it should be what you expect. You have to think this is a really young team. I mean, you're coming off with a quarterback who hasn't any career experience yet. James Robinson's coming off first year. Laviska Shenault, who's probably going to be their number 1, number 2 receiver coming in this year, is also just coming off his rookie year. And it was more of a slow game for them, right? It's more of young guys making young mistakes. Nobody's expecting Jacksonville. Jacksonville's not expecting to go win a lot of games this year, but they look like a team that can be competitive, that can have some young guys making some plays. And I saw some improvements from what I saw last year.
Well, we're not going to mention one guy out there that's getting blown up on social media right now for something he didn't do. We're going to kind of skip over that.
Yeah.
But let's see. In this small sampling, do you see why maybe Urban Meyer has not named Trevor Lawrence the starting quarterback yet?
Yeah, I mean, I think coaches do that. I think it's one of those things where you just don't want to give the guy a job, right? You want to make it seem like there's competition. Now, I expect Trevor to be out there week 1 in the regular season. Could there be a shock and we see Gardner? Maybe, but I think fans wouldn't be happy to see their number 1 pick on the bench. I mean, we're talking about possibly a generational talent when you talk about Trevor Lawrence. We saw what he did in college and high school. At every level he's been, he's a winner. Like, the guy does not lose. So, and he makes passes out of their quarterbacks can't. So I think it's just one of those things where Urban Meyer's like, I'm just not going to give this rookie the job right away. Like, make it seem like he has to earn it. But I don't think Urban is just going to be like, yeah, Gardner Minshew's our guy.
I hear you. I don't know. I was talking to Florida Times Union John Reed last week, and he was like, I don't understand it. Just name him the starting quarterback and get it over. Essentially.
Everybody knows it, but it's just like you don't want to go out and say it and just give him the job. Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing charades, basically.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
And, talking to John again last week, Florida Times Union's Jags beat reporter John Reed, he said that basically with Urban Meyer, he has it like a competition type thing going on in practice. He's announcing one-on-one matchups in practice. He's doing that type of thing. I mean, do you think any of that will make a difference in the first season?
I don't think so. I mean, you gotta look what the Jaguars have. I mean, this is not a super talented roster, right? This is not like something we're expecting to come and win a division. I don't think they're going to come and win a division. I don't think but I do think it's something we can see a year 2 maybe to really, since because they will have a whole year under Urban, know the system, learn each other, and then we see him grow. I don't think it's a thing you're going to see year one, but I do like the culture he's trying to build there. Now it's a little bit different from college, so hopefully he learns those hurdles and those steps. But I mean, Urban is a proven winner too, so I think he'll get it. Maybe not year one, but I think some improvements year two.
Honestly, I just wonder, is he how's he going to handle the losing? Yeah. I always wonder that.
And Trevor.
I just wonder, is he going to come up with like some kind of injury or something and say, my head's hurting.
Time with family.
Yeah, something. I don't know. I wonder about that in the back of my mind, but I'm like, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he does. I don't know. But let's see. Do you think just another question about them. Do you think they can be a more difficult out this year?
Yeah, as far as like the team, like could they be more difficult to handle like for other teams?
Right. I think it'll be just more difficult.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to be competitive. Like I said, I think these going to be some guys who want to win. But like, especially when you come in with Trevor, who's a winner, Urban's a winner. These guys want to win. They're going to want to be out there and win. I mean, last year we're tanking. Like they knew what they wanted. They wanted Trevor Lawrence. They didn't want to go out there and win games. The happiest day of their life is when the Jets won a game. So they got the first pick. I think it's different this year. I think they want to go win. I think they want to go compete. And especially now, I mean, looking at the Colts and with their injuries, and you got the Texans in NFL hell right now, which whatever's going down in that organization. If you're the Jaguars, you're like, we can steal some division wins here. Like we can compete with the Colts who have no quarterback right now. So yeah, I do think they're going to be a tough route.
Yeah, well, we shall indeed see, and it's definitely a more interesting Jaguars team than what has been in the past. Yeah, and again, anybody who's listening, I didn't mention his name. I didn't do it. But let's see. Going back to the Titans, of course, there's a lot of expectations. I know that's your squad. That's who you roll with. Mm-hmm. Being that that is the case, what is your expectation for the Titans this year?
Yeah, I mean, if you have to expect at least another division title if you're the Titans, and if you're Titans fans, especially the way that things are playing out within the division. You got the Colts. They lose Carson Wentz for who knows how long. They lose Quentin Nelson for who knows how long. So they're dwindling. And on our side, we have people getting healthy. Caleb Farley is starting to practice, the number one pick. Bud Dupree starting to get in. So when you look at that, there should be no reason, at least on paper, for the Titans not be in the division. Now, as far as that, what we're looking like in the playoffs, I think that is yet to be seen. I still think we have to see how a defense comes about. Like I said, preseason week 1, it looked improved. How is it going to look in NFL regular season week 1? We don't know. But other than that, just looking at it, looking at the paper, looking at other teams' rosters, injuries, and all, you should expect at least a division title.
All right. Well, so division title it is. Okay. Well, definitely you answered my questions, and you definitely came with it tonight, man. I appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate you having me.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, if you can you tell my listeners where they can catch you at on social media?
Yes, you can catch me at SuperSkeet40 on Instagram, and then that _ Mr. Skeet on Twitter.
Gotcha. Now, can they catch any of your sports takes on the social medias?
Not yet, but they are coming, so stay tuned with that. I will be coming out soon with some sports takes, especially with the season getting ready to amp up.
Now, you heard it here first. He's coming with some sports takes, and I'm going to hold him to it because I'm definitely going to call him and be like, hey, where the sports takes at? Where are the sports takes? But, yeah, man, again, thank you for coming on tonight, man. Thank you for coming on. And this has been Touring the AFC South. Come back in a few.
Peace.